I'm going to work on a small canvas board that I have that I've already painted in a color that I think would work well with some blues on top of it. So this is a yellow ochre board, canvas board, which is a fun, pretty non-threatening way to do some practice paintings. And so that's what this is. This is the practice painting. And I don't have any big canvases that I want to do this on. So I could do it either on paper, I could do it on a small practice canvas, or I could do it on this canvas board. Then I was looking through this book that I have. This is like a sketchbook where I have, through the last few years, done so many practice color mixing, thinking about colors before I even start to paint, and mixing different colors with the different things. So I think what I'm going to do first is I'm looking at my crop. I'm going to do a little bit of mark making. I see some lines going through, so I'm going to do that first. Now, when I use a crop, I don't ever really try and copy it exactly the way that it is, but it gives me a starting point instead of everything coming directly out of my head or nowhere. I just have always used a crop at the end. Now I'm going to fix those lines with some matte medium. I haven't been down here lately, so everything is kind of clogged up here. Oops, there we go. Probably enough for a while. And I'm going to put brush over that. I guess I'll use this one. Well, I dried this, and so I think what I'm going to do is put the tape down now. Now, I could paint a little bit, put the tape down, or I could put the tape down now, which is what I'm going to do. So I am going to put down some of the ultramarine first. And I might even go for a darker blue than what I have, but I'm going to go with this. And I think I'm just going to put it down with my... Sometimes I have a little bowl that I put some of the matte medium in, and I like putting the matte medium in the paint because it reduces the shine of the paint, so that's why I use it. So I'm just going to start putting some of this down. Move these aside so you can see a little bit better. This might be something I would do if I wanted to start a painting, but I wasn't really sure how exactly what colors I wanted to use. I might do something like this to kind of work things out. So I like these tools because I can put the paint down, I can scrape away, and I can make lines through things. It's good to use more than one thing when you are painting instead of the same. And I'm going to go through, all of these areas, kind of paint the whole thing. Then take the tape off and see what kind of surprises that are there for me. And see, I know that underneath here, this is going to be yellow. So then it will be, what am I going to do with that? Am I going to keep that color? So there we have lots of blues down. Get an idea. I have a vague idea, then I start. But then later I look at it and go, okay, now what do we have here? We've got some straight lines. And we have some things that, I want to get some white in here, because that is what I had for the other one. But so far I have this, okay, anything else with this Titan? I think I put a little bit more here. Go through even this, because it isn't dry, and pull some of that color off to expose what is underneath still. But I can dry that, which I'm going to now. I think I'm going to put in a little bit of white next. Move this off to the side, all these things here. I don't usually paint on a table, but I just thought I would for the video's purpose. I'm going to put in a little white with this little brush that I have here. A lot of it in the beginning of a painting is just kind of not putting down too much paint, and also allowing things to happen. I have my reference here, but I'm not really looking at it very much right now. Although the only thing I know is I do want some of those straight lines. And, these things that I have right here, I have too many little things going on. I like to kind of get rid of some of that stuff. I don't want to do too much of anything, but no, I kind of wanted that. And so what I usually do is take a step back and I take a photo. I look at my photo and say, okay, now what does this need? What do I need to do to bring this to a conclusion? And I might not know right away, but that is going to be the next thing I am going to do, is because right now I need to take a different viewpoint of it, which is always the case, that I need to look at something differently. And I usually do that by taking a photo of something and then looking at it on my phone and then letting it sit for a while and then kind of saying, okay, what do I like? What do I want to leave alone? What can I change? Does something need to be simplified? Do I need to have something stand out? But so the point in all of this really was to take a crop of something. This is my crop. This looks nothing like it, but this is my crop. And then to use some tape and see what happens, see what you get. I do have some things on here that I can emphasize if I want. And maybe I'll do that through white. Maybe I'll put some tape down again and paint within the tape. This is something I have done before also. So I might do that. And if I do that, I will film it and I'll add it to this video. But I'm going to stop and let that dry. I'm going to take a photograph of it, and then I'm going to finish it up later. And we'll see what happens. You never know what's going to happen. So try the tape and make a crop of something, and try blues, ultramarine blue and manganese blue, because this is more of a blue-green, and ultramarine violet is almost on a violet tinge. See, this really looks violet to me next to the manganese. So it's really a nice blue color combination. Another blue that I have here that I did not use, and I don't think I will, is phthalo blue, which is also very nice. So I'll finish this up later.